And again, VC, 2 hours sleep since yesterday's video. I was chatting a little bit with some VC members yesterday. Hello Rachel. Had to go to the factory early in the morning. Reminds me of an old industrial song. Well, anyways, heading back home, I was directed to this entry from Raul Serrana, kind of contest. Like, Raul seems to be a metalhead, but he's also a VC member, so he's hopefully open to new experiences, to new discoveries, and he asked us, Vinyl Community, to offer 5 or 10 different artists in a genre, and I decided, as like the most common factor we have here in the community is not necessarily a certain type of music, but vinyl. So let's say a certain type of vinyl, which is kind of a genre in itself. So here we go, something quite unusual. Vinyl record albums on 7-inch. And here we start with Michel Magne, Carillon dans l'eau bouillante, Chime in boiling water. Michel Magne is very famous for being one of the leading modal jazz artists from France. But he also dabbled in experimental music, as you can hear, even like collage and musique concrète. And he was also a visual artist. This is the catalog for an exhibition of his visual art. And yeah, maybe difficult to see, but it's also heavily based on music writing and the aesthetics of experimental music writing. Anyways, this record is absolutely amazing, and it is from the late 70s, from 77. Again, a great year. So this is the recording of this in London, 23rd April 77, at the EMI studio in London. Well, this was fairly unique and limited, and well, it's pretty cool part of my collection. And here we go. So something completely different that will be much more familiar to most of VC community. The Beatles' Magical Mystery Tour, which is a version of an older album, but you get the Magical Mystery Tour. Your mother should know. I am the Walrus. No, you're not, said little Nicola. The Fool on the Hill, Flying, Blue Jay Way. This is the original from 1967. I think I got it from my mom or something, but it's still there, which means it's something I actually enjoy, and I play not that often, but every once in a while. I Am the Walrus is such an absolutely wonder of a song. Something completely different. Otto von Schirach, Pukology, double 7-inch of music solely made from puking sounds. You would never know. Shall we try? I'm sure some of you don't want to try, but why? What are we here for? So there you go. Otto, my friend Otto from Chirac from Miami. And this is a limited double 7-inch gatefold album. Which came out, I don't remember, like some 10 years ago? Oh, 2006. Creativity has no bounds. I wouldn't call this great, but it's pretty cool to have, and a great source of inspiration when everything is clogged. Something quite different. Robert Enke. Let's see. Robert Enke is mostly known for his alias Mono Lake. Some very ambientish techno, very stark, using like concrete sounds, very good sound design. This is a 5 7-inch box set album called Layering Buddha. It's absolutely magnificent ambient. The concept is you can find some cheap boxes that makes noise in Tibet that will, if you don't find the temple, these boxes make all the sounds and music you need for ceremonies in a very cheap and lo-fi way. So what Robert did is he bought a few of them, recorded them, treated the sound, slowed it down, did his magic to it, and this resulted in one of the very best ambient drone albums of the past, of ever actually. Layering Buddha. It's a limited edition, 500 copies, which is probably enough for anyone interested in this to get their hands on, at least at the time it was released. It was quite a while ago. There's no date there, but I think it was, 10-15 years ago. Absolutely magnificent album. Something completely different, or Free Jazz und Kinder. 15 Kinder and Brötzmann von Hof Benink. This just got reissued recently, I believe. This is the original gatefold double 7-inch LP. It's basically three absolute masters of improv free jazz: Peter Brötzmann and Hang Benink and Alfred von Hof. I don't remember his name, I'm bad. Anyways, no, it's not Alfred, it's something else. Anyways, this is them jamming with 15 children. This is filed in my collection in the autistic children or special needs children records. Yes, this is a style. I have a section with that, and there's more than 20 records in that section. This one is a little bit of a cheat because I never really understood or was sure what kind of kids this is, but seriously, look at the age of this girl or this guy, I don't know. Anyways, them doing music with like the absolute masters of brutality, improv, mayhem, chaos. There must be something off with these kids. Anyways, this is a really cool record, and the music is actually has some sweetness. It's not just free jazz. It's something more lo-fi, more left field in a way, and it's not just a bunch of noise and energy. There's even some melodies in it. Back to something more ambient. Lull. Timebox. Also 500 copies. This is Mick Harris, the drummer from Napalm Death, mostly known for his project Scorn, which is highly influential for getting many styles of music crossing over, like dub, grindcore, thrash, ambient, electro, ambient. But this is him doing pure ambient tones, drones. This is also a double 7-inch, and there's an insert with the box. Yeah, well, it's actually a booklet. Pretty lo-fi. It's Law usually releases CDs of like 60-70 plus minutes of music, quite akin to what we're actually currently listening to, but maybe not as deep, drier in a way. It's a lot of brooding, vacuum, abysmal sounds that have a certain harmonic quality, but that's not really what he's pushing for, unlike Robert Henke with these recordings. This is more finding beauty in pure sound, pure radio waves, basically, and this is quite good. And then something I'm not as familiar to, because I don't even remember or know how I got this. That's what I know. Lockweld. It's double 7-inch. It's quite amazing detail, like the paper gets stamped. This is called Psyware. It's like an 11-track album, Process of Elimination, rhythmic noise, and power noise, rhythmic noise, harsh noise, with some vocals, sometimes some kind of melody emerging. It's actually pretty good. Not essential by any ways, but like, it's quite impressive package. There's lots of inserts, a booklet, stickers, and poly sleeve. Psywarefare, sorry, Process of Elimination, Lockweld. Pretty cool design altogether. Now we're entering something that is borderline of cheat. Spectrum. True love will find you in the end. Hopefully so. Spectrum is Sonic Boom from the Spaceman 3. He's what I would consider my main musical inspiration. Not necessarily producing, this is a different topic, but basically Sonic Boom was referencing 10, 20 years before The Wire, before all the intelligentsia of music critics, everything that I eventually turned to be interested in, like Indian classical music, raga, Delia Derbyshire, like the BBC Music Workshop, Radio Workshop, drones, La Monte Young, just and Bo Diddley, obviously. So it's a weird combination, and this is a 4-tracker mini LP, max double EP. I don't know exactly how it was marketed, but these are tracks from Soul Kiss LP, but these are different versions. It's not the same tracks eventually. So this is something that is pretty cool to have. Spectrum. Which sounds basically like, this is the ultimate shoegaze band. Monotonous, drony, almost idiosyncratic, almost autistic, but also very charming and lush at the same way. Very essential stuff. Now something also borderline a cheat. John Fahey, The Mill Pond. This is also a double double 7-inch with a quite interesting package. This is well, my favorite guitarist. Steel guitar, finger picking, open tuning, psychedelic folk music, instrumental. This is quite late entry in his discography, which is mostly revolutionary and interesting throughout the 60s and sometimes in the 70s, even if almost every single album he put out has at least one or two true gems up till his death in the early 2000s. And well, 7-inch John P. This is pretty cool. Now something very special. Spoils of War, James Cuomo. This was actually released as a mini album. He had two mini albums released at the same time. Here is the other one. James Cuomo is a very difficult to corner artist. He was a student of Herbert Brun, one of the most experimental electronic music composers ever, who used to do graphics scores, which actually illustrates the cover of the other mini album he has here. But the music, surprisingly, is a mixture of collage, experiments and sonic experiments, and very kind of lush 60s pop. And I understand this has become cult to certain people, and I think there's an LP bootleg reissue of all these. These are the original 7 inches. This record is for Diane. So yeah, 33 RPM stereo from 1970. And I think we should listen to it for a minute or so. This is really, really cool.
It was part of the deal, wasn't it, to trade your dream? It's better stuff they say, the stuff that makes us whole. But now you'll find you really made your bargain. It's time to hand around your reward and ride your dreams on.
So we just listened to 10 records. Ooh, this is so beautiful. 7-inch albums on vinyl. A genre in itself, in my opinion. I hope you agree, and even if you don't, I hope you found this fun or cheeky and acceptable as an entry to Rose Contest. But outside the contest side of things, this was pretty fun selection, hopefully. And I don't know when I'll see you again, but the VC bug got me, so I guess it will happen pretty soon.
to a slow and careful stop. That the day will start whether you wake up or not. The slow and careful stop.
I hear the laughter upstairs and the music and quiet. The record rejects, I imagine your face and fall asleep.
After the party on a railroad street, flashing lights and extras, no one hurt. I walk home alone, I walk home alone.
There was quite a good sum up of the 9 previous records we just looked at and listened to somewhat. Bye VC, I'll see you around.
Dignity.